discuss fundamentals of Python. So let us start with what is Python. Python is an interpreted high-level general-purpose programming language. It is designed by Guido van Rossum. Python is the world's fastest growing and the most popular programming language. People from different disciplines uses Python, such as software engineers, data analysts, mathematicians, scientists, accountants, network engineers, and even kids uses Python because it is easy to learn. It is used for a variety of different tasks such as data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence, web developments, and many more. So Python is very popular programming language nowadays. It is the most popular language and fastest growing programming language. Let us see its feature. What different features are there? Features of Python. So features of Pythons are it is easy to learn, easy to learn. Then it is readable. Means Python code is you can read it very easily and understandable. Very close to English language. That's why it is more readable in comparison to other language. Then it is an interpreted language. Interpreted language means it is not compiled based compiler based language. It is interpreter based language. Means each line of the code is executed separately. Line by line execution takes place. Okay, it is object oriented programming language. Then it is having huge collection of library which supports varieties of different areas. Means using Python we can develop many different type of applications. So these are the features of Python programming language. It is a very popular language nowadays, most popular language, and it is the fastest growing language across the world. So now let us start the basics of Python. So what is the basics of Python? First, let us talk about character set. So character set means what? Any language, whether it is a natural language or a programming language, supports a set of characters. So the set of characters supported by a language becomes character set for that particular language. So Python supports different characters, like it supports letters A to Z and small letter also A to Z. Then it supports digits like 0 to 9. Then it supports some special symbols like this, a space is there, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then many other special symbols, special characters are there. All the operators. So many different symbols are there. So all these special symbols are also supported. All these special symbols are also part of character set, part of character supported by Python. Then it supports blank space, tab space, carries return, all these things. All these characters are supported by Python. So all these characters together makes the character set of Python programming language. Okay. Now let us see tokens. So what do you mean by tokens? So token we can say it is the smallest individual unit in a program. The smallest individual individual unit in a program. For example, suppose you are writing uh, x equal to 9. This is one statement, suppose you are writing. So here you see in this statement we are having one x is there, then this symbol is there, then this symbol is there. So all these three different things are there, and they are, all of them are called tokens, because this x is the smallest unit, this equal to is one another smallest unit, and this 9 is also another smallest unit. So all of them can be considered as a token. Okay. Another example we can take, for example, suppose you are writing print and then you are writing hello, print hello. So here also you can see this print is one smallest individual, then this one, then opening quote, then this hello world, and then this closing quote, and then this closing bracket. So all of them, this and then this word and then this closing quotation and then this closing brackets, all of them are tokens. So token, you understood, I hope. Next we have to see identifiers. So identifiers means you can say it help us to identify something. So here identifiers means a name given to a portion of a program. Identifiers means name given to a portion of a programs. That portion can be variables, it can be function, it can be class, it can be class, it can be objects, etc. So when you are giving name to this section, so variable names, function name, class name or object name, so all these are name, all these are going to help us to identify something into the program. So they are called identifiers. So identifiers, because it is a name, so to give name to a portion of program, we have to follow some rules. Okay, means identifiers, you can declare identifiers following these rules. So what rules are there? Rules for identifiers. What rules are there? So first rule is that the it should be started with letters and letters or underscore, because underscore is treated as a letter in Python or any other language. So an identifier's name can start with a letter or underscore. Then second rule is that it can have letters and digits. It can have letters and digits, but digit will not be at the beginning. Okay, but it can have digits in between or at the end of the identifiers. Okay, so that is another rules. Then third is it can't be a reserved word. We cannot take a reserved word as an identifier. I will talk about reserved word. So reserved word are the special words which convey special meaning to the compiler or interpreter, that cannot be taken as an identifier. So these identifiers cannot be a reserved word. Then next is that this no special symbols, special characters are allowed. No special characters are allowed. Okay, for example, these special character, for example, suppose asterisk is there, then hyphen is there, then dot is there, then this, so all these different exclamation, so many special symbols are there. So except letters and digits, no other characters are allowed in the name of identifiers. Okay, so these are the rules for naming identifier. So on the basis of these rules, we can categorize which one is the valid and which one is the invalid identifier. For example, suppose I am writing too too many. So too many, suppose I am writing this as an identifier, so it is wrong because it has been started with a digit. So digit, we cannot start an identifier with digit. But suppose I am writing my underscore name, so it is valid because it is all of them are letters, and then one underscore is there. So underscore is also treated as letter, I told you earlier. So this is a valid identifier's name. Okay, now suppose I am writing this my asterisk name. So this is not allowed because here we have used this asterisk symbol, so it is not allowed. Now suppose I am writing uh, age 2, so it is okay because there we have written this one, 2 is included at the end, so it is valid. So this is how on the basis of these rules we can say which identifier is valid and which one is invalid. Okay, that you can decide. Okay, so that is about identifiers. So in programs we need to deal with identifiers. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. Okay, how we can name identifiers following the rules. Then next in the line we have to discuss keywords. So keywords are what? Keywords are reserved word. Keywords. Keywords are the reserved word. Keywords are reserved words which convey a special meaning to the compiler and which cannot be taken, which cannot be used for other purpose. For example, you cannot take a keyword as an identifier. So various many keywords are there in Python. For example, this if, for, and, or, while, these are keywords, and many more keywords are there. So these are some example of keywords. So keywords are reserved word. They are used for a special purpose. It cannot be used for other purpose other than the purpose for which it is reserved. Okay, so that's why it is called reserved word. Okay, keywords. Then we have to see this next we have to see operators. So what operators are? So operators, you see, operators means what? Operator means if you are performing any operations, then you need operators. For example, if you want to write an expression, for example, suppose you are writing uh, x equal to 9. So here x equal to 9 is one statement we have written. So here this equal to is an operator, and this is called assignment operator. Assignment operator. Okay. Similarly, suppose I am writing x equal to x plus 2. X equal to x plus 2. So here you see this plus and this equal to, both of them are operator. So this is our plus operator and this is assignment operator, and on which it is performing the operation that becomes operand. So one is operand and another one is operator. So when you are writing, suppose you are writing this x plus 5. So x plus 5 is an expression, or suppose you are writing x, you are having x equal to 2, y equal to 3, and now you are writing z equal to x plus y. So what you are doing here, this for this operator we are having two operand, this one and this one. Now for this operator we are having this and this as operand, x and y as operand, operands. Okay, and here this for equal to sign we are having two operands, z and x plus y. So on which this operation is being performed, that becomes operands. So operators and operands. So operator means decides what activity has to be performed, and operands on which the activity has to be performed. Okay, so that becomes operand. Okay, so in Python we have many different operators. Many different operators are there. Okay, I will be naming here them, but I will be discussing these things in another video. Here simply I am going to introduce you what different operators are. First one is arithmetic operator. So all the arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication. For multiplication we use this asterisk symbols. Then this slash is used for uh, division. Then this is used for remainder or more. It is called modulus operator. and then we have this also. So this is called floor division, or we can say truncated division. So what is the difference between this and this? If you are writing, suppose you are writing 5 divided by 2, so you will get 2.5. But if you are writing 5 divided by 2, so here you will get 2, because it is an integer division or floor division, so fractional part will not be part of the result. Okay, so that is the difference between this and this division. Okay, then we have another operator, arithmetic operator, this double multiplication symbol. So this is used for exponent of exponential operator. It is means for example, suppose you are writing 5, then this 2, so it will be evaluated as 5 to the power 2, and its value will be 25. So it is exponential operator. Okay, so these are the arithmetical operators. Then this this remainder operator, how it works, it returns remainder. For example, suppose you are writing 5 modulus 2, so if you are dividing 5 by 2, what remainder will be there? So remainder will be 1, so you will get this 1. Similarly, if you are doing suppose 7 percentage 4, so if you are dividing 7 by 4, what will be the remainder? So remainder will be 0, so 3, so you will be getting 3. So these are the arithmetical operators. Next comes relational operators. Next comes relational operators. So relational, what different relational operators are there? This is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then we have equal to, then we have not equal to. So this is called less than or equal to, this is called greater than or equal to, this is called equal to, and this is called not equal to, not equal to operator. Okay, so these relational operators, all these relational operators, when they are used in an expression, they are going to return a boolean value either true or false. For example, suppose you are writing 5 is greater than 3, so 5 is greater than 3, yes, it is true. So if you are writing, if you are using this, so this expression will evaluate to true. Similarly, if you are writing 5 is equal to 5, so again you will be getting true. Like suppose you are writing 6 is not equal to 6, so 6 is not equal to 6 if you are telling, but it is not true, because 6 is equal to 6, but you are telling 6 is not equal to 6, so you will be getting here false. So this is how relational operators works. Okay, I will be giving you detailed idea about these operators in different videos here, because this video will be very big if I am discussing all the things in details. Okay, so next in the line we have to see, next we have to see logical operators. Logical operators. So what different logical operators are there? We are having and, or, and not. These three logical operators are there. So how it works, it takes two operands x and y. So x and y, suppose two operands are there, x and y, and if you are performing AND operation on them, so it will return true if and only if both x and y, both x and y are true. Otherwise, in all other situations, it will give you false. Then or operator works like this, means you can write truth table for these operators also. For example, suppose for a or operator, so if you are having two variables x and y, and you want to perform x or y on them, so you can have different possibilities of values. For example, suppose you are having x is true and y is also true. In that situation, the result will be true. If x is true and y is false, then the result will be true. Then another situation will be there. If x is false and y is true, in that case situation it will be true. And the last situation, if both of them are false, so in that situation what will happen, the result will be false. Okay, so this is how OR operator works. Okay, AND operator, simply I told you, when both of them are one. For example, suppose here let me write x and y. So both of them are true, so in that case it will give true. Now here this is true, this is false, in that situation it will give you false. This is false, this is true, so this, in this situation it will give you false. Now both of them are false, it will give you false. So this is how AND operator works. Okay, now next one is the NOT operator. So NOT operator is an unary operator, and it takes only one operand. Okay, and it inverts the its operands. Okay, for example, suppose x is true and then you are doing not of x, so it will give you false, because x is true, so not of x will be false. If x is false and then you are writing not of x, then what will happen, it will give you true. So this is how not operator works. Okay, so this is all about the logical operators. Uh, Next we can see this what other operators are. Other operators are this bitwise operators. So bitwise operators, again we have bitwise AND operator, its indication is this. Bitwise OR operator, it is indicated as this. Bitwise NOT operator, it is indicated as this. And bitwise exclusive OR operator, bitwise exclusive OR, also it is called XOR, so it is noted as this. So these are the bitwise operators. Again, I'm not going to discuss these things. Okay, how it works, all of them works on bit level. Let me take one of them. Suppose you are having two values 5, and suppose you want to perform 5 and 4. So how it works, first of all, what will happen, the binary equivalent of its operands will be calculated like this. 5's binary equivalent is 101, and then 4's binary equivalent is 100. And now you are, if you are performing OR AND operation, so AND operation will be performed. So 1 and 0 will be 0, 0 and 0 will be 0, 1 and 1 will be 1. So after this its decimal equivalent will be calculated, so it is 4. So if you are writing print 5 and 4, so you will be getting answer 4, like that. Okay, so this is how all these operator works. Here OR operation will be performed, here NOT will be performed, here exclusive OR will be performed. Okay, so these are there. Next in the line we have to see this membership operator. Membership operators. So membership operators, two operators are there, in and not in. Okay, again it checks for the presence of a value in a collection. When the value is present in the collection, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So separately I will discuss all these things, because the video will be very big. Okay, next we can have membership operators. Then we can have other operators like shift operators. So shift operators are like this: left shift, left shift is indicated like this. Left shift operator, uh, left shift operator, uh, like this, left shift operator. And then we have a right shift operator. So right shift operator works like this. Okay, so this is how left shift operator and right shift operator, it also works on binary value. Okay, so this is about the operators. So uh, we have discussed we are discussing tokens, and in tokens we have seen operators. Then we have to see this uh, punctuators. So what do you mean by punctuators? So punctuators are symbols used for uh, punctuation. For example, suppose you are using this this dot, then we can have this colon, we can have curly braces, we can have square brackets. So all these symbols we will be using in our program for punctuation. They will be working as a punctuators. One thing I left, that is literals. So literal is very important. Here I have written, but till now not discussed. So literals means what do you mean by literals? So literals are fixed values of what type? So it can be numeric literals, and numeric literals we can have integers like 5, 9, -3, 6, 8, 2000. Any integers can be there. Numeric. It can be float value also, like 5.9, 8.3, -36.239. Like this we can have numeric literals. Okay, then we can have this we can have a string literals. String literals means what? Anything enclosed in quotation in Python is considered as a string, and it is a sequence of character. Okay, and string literals can be enclosed in single quotation, it can be enclosed in double quote, and it can be a triple quoted string. So single quote and double quote strings, they are single line a string, and this using triple quote we can use multiple line or multi-line a string literal. For example, suppose I am writing I am a string literal. I am a string literal. So it is enclosed in single quote. So it is an example of string literal and single line string literal. Likewise, we can have I am also a string literal. So it is enclosed in double quotation. It is also an example of string literal, and it is a single line. Likewise, we can have I am a multi-line string literal. I am a multi-line string literal. So see here, it is started here and it is finishing here. So from here to here, it will be treated as a string literal, single string literal, but it is a multi-line string literal. So this different types of literals are there: numeric literal, string literals. Then we can have Boolean literals. So Boolean literals. So we are having only two Boolean values. One is true and another one is false. You must keep in mind that literals are fixed values. Okay, so this is how we can have the means Boolean literals we can have true or false. So these are the